Hello, 8th grade. My name is Miss Nino, and this year I will be teaching both Algebra 1 and also 8th grade math. And yes, that's me being silly, jumping right over there on the side. So I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, which means I've lived here my entire life. And I'm actually a product of Northside. So that means that I've attended all Northside schools through my education career. So I started off at Christian Evers Elementary, followed by Pease Middle School, and I'm also a proud graduate of Health Careers High School. You'll hear me talk about that a whole bunch. After high school, I went to school to be a teacher. So when you have a degree, like I do in interdisciplinary studies, that means it's an education degree. So I graduated from Texas A&M in San Antonio with the degree in interdisciplinary studies with the concentration in math. So that just means that I took a whole bunch of extra math courses during college with a concentration in math. So I know that the first bullet says that I have kiddos, but I want to introduce the ladies right over here. So these are two of my plumeria trees. So I have a total of 10 plumerias in my yard. I really acquired a bunch through the years. So they don't always bloom, which is why I'm showing these two off, because these two bloomed this year. The top one, I've only had her about three months, and the one on the bottom right, my grandmother had for about 20 years, and I recently brought it over to my yard, and so that one has flowered every single year, and it's just beautiful, and it has that extra special place in my heart. Now, these are my two kids. So my daughter is 8 years old, and she's actually going into 3rd grade. And that's my little man right there. He is 5, and he will be going into kindergarten this year. So they're both super excited about it and excited to be virtual learning. So here we go, right? I have been in education. I've been a teacher for 11 years now. This is my 11th year in teaching. And I've actually been in Northside for 4 years. And all 4 of those years, and this is my 4th year, have been at Folks Middle School. And so I am a proud stallion, and I'm excited to meet all of you. So here's the year at a glance. So that just means these are all the concepts that we're learning this year in Algebra 1. So the very first thing that we start off every year is the introduction to mathematical thinking, followed by linear equations and inequalities and systems of linear equations. And all of these items build from concepts that you've learned in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math. But my most favorite is when we get to algebraic manipulation and factoring, and which then leads us into quadratics. The end of the year, items 4 and 5 are just so much fun. Really, I mean, it's all fun, really. Come on, but those are my most favorite. And then we end the year with exponentials. Now, if I have you in my 8th grade math class, we also start the year off with an introduction to mathematical thinking, followed by number concepts, and then algebraic reasoning. Now, don't think that this is your first introduction into algebra, because you have been doing algebra ever since you were in kindergarten. You sure have. And so then, we finish the year off with proportionality. We do transformational geometry, which, rotations, reflections. And then we end the year with geometry and algebra, and that portion is like surface and surface area and volume and area and perimeter. And so I'm excited to go into those concepts with y'all. Now, this is Miss Hickman. In 8th grade math, we are actually partner teachers, so we will both be available to help you in any way that you need. So I'm excited to help, for both of us to be there to help everybody. Now, this year we're using a brand new learning management system. So it's called Schoology. So when you get to Schoology and you log in, the first thing you're going to see is this kind of rectangle here that has my picture and my name and all of my information. So one thing that I've kind of added to my Schoology are the 3 buttons down here, down below. So if you click on that Zoom link, it's going to take you directly to our daily Zoom every day, you know, when you click on the math link. Now, the one in the middle, click right there and you can email me, but you can also reach me in Schoology, and that's actually the preferred way, but just in case, that one is there as well. And then the one on the right is going to take you to our online calculator. So you click there and it'll take you straight to our calculator. Now on the right is a section that would be directly below this blue square. So this one is where all of your work is going to be. So it's pretty important, right? So the work is going to be separated in folders labeled with the date of the week and followed by Monday through Friday folders. And in each of those folders, you'll find the work for that day. Now, every section is also going to have a class resources section. So in that resource folder, it's also going to have your Zoom links, and it's going to have a link to your calculator, and it's going to have your reference materials. And so all of these items are going to be available to you in multiple places, because even your agenda is going to have a copy of our math reference page as well. So in addition to using Schoology, these are some of the other online kind of programs that we're going to be using, that some of them, I mean, you're familiar with some of these that you've used in other classes. Now, in addition to all of these, you know, quizzes and Google Forms, YouTube and Kahoots, you're going to get personalized videos from me. So in addition to all of these, you will also have Miss Nino at times. Of course, you know, we'll be meeting live, but then you will also have pre-recorded videos from me as well. So we are going to be doing tutoring every single week, so both Tuesday mornings and Thursday p.m. So in that resources folder that I told you about, there's also going to be a link in there to connect on Zoom for tutoring as well. And so those are the times for both 8th grade math and algebra tutoring. Now, here's just a little bit of extra information. So Folks Middle School does have a website, so that's the website right up there at the top. And we have a Folks Twitter, and then also a Folks Facebook page, which it's called Folks PTA, and that's where you're going to find a lot of helpful information, kind of events going on, and just reminders. So make sure to bookmark these pages because these will be important. Last but not least, here's my information on a bigger screen just so that you can see it. My conference period is listed on there, and the tutoring times are listed as well. So if you need anything, feel free to send me an email, or you know, you can reach me at the school at that extension as well. I am, again, I've probably said it a million times, but I am really excited to meet all of you and get this school year started. Bye.